My name is Dr. Vangie Acreage, and I am a licensed educational psychologist. I have worked in this field and industry for over 20 years and have had the opportunity to work in both K-12 schools as well as community-based organizations, in addition to working in the university setting, training both school counselors and school psychologists. Um, During this time, during the pandemic, we have actually been experiencing what I refer to as a dual pandemic. The COVID-19 coronavirus, in addition to the social injustices that have come to light or have gotten more attention, that has created some increased racial tension in our nation. With those things in mind, our families have also been tasked with educating their children at home. Parents have now become teachers and have been voluntold to assume that role based on what is going on in our society and world today. This has created a lot of stressors on our families as well as the parent-child relationship. Parents are no longer in a position where they can just be mom and dad, that they also have to be the English teacher, the math teacher, the science teacher, and of course, arrange for some physical education. Um, Assuming that role can be very stressful because it no longer is there a separation between being that parental support and being the one that is tasked with asking the child to do very demanding and sometimes difficult academic tasks. It's important that our families really strive to find some balance in that relationship so that the connection with their children does not become estranged by the academic demands that are being placed on them. One way to achieve balance is to divide those tasks and kind of delegate among other family members. So, for example, maybe mom does English while dad does math. And then, maybe tapping in an older sibling to support with the academics so that there is some reprieve from the stress that comes with, teaching the children and providing them instruction, and that there are times for, you to resume your typical, role in the family and connection with the child. The other thing that I recommend is don't be afraid to tag in help. Having children of my own that I have had to assume the role of teacher, I acknowledge that there were times when, hey, I am struggling. I am trying to manage my own schedule along with theirs, and I could really benefit from some help. So tagging in a virtual tutor I found to be very useful and very helpful, and allowed me and my family to resume, some balance and to keep those lines of, teacher, mom, dad, really clear. So that is something that I definitely recommend. The other thing that is really important when providing learning at home is that you are organized, and that you organize a space for your child to do their studies and for the instruction to take place. Do they have a quiet place in the home to do that? Do they have a place that is comfortable to sit for an extended period of time? Is their lighting appropriate? Is the sound level appropriate? So those are some basic things as far as the workstation. But as far as like being organized, it's important to create a schedule. In my home, for example, the first thing that I did was I got a whiteboard and organized my two children's schedule so that I could be clear on when they needed to log in and, sort of coordinate that with my own schedule. One of the things that was kind of surprising to me as a parent is I also became the lunch lady. So it's important that you are also scheduling in those breaks. So while managing both home, school, family, and work can be very challenging, it is doable. So hopefully these tips can help you get to the next phase of your child's learning and through this pandemic and stay at home education. Okay, take care.